Biafra is the former eastern region of Nigeria that was given the name Biafra on May 30, 1967. Some say it is the 5 states in southeast Nigeria where the Igbos are the major ethnic group. Yet, others define Biafra as encompassing all the Igbo-speaking areas of southern Nigeria. The threats of separatist agitations and secessionist movements are not entirely new to Nigerian political space. They have been a regular feature of Nigerian politics, but the shape they have assumed today is not unconnected to the national question. That is to say that they continue to serve as a veritable tool in the hands of the agitators for the expression of discontents with the Nigerian state, and a platform for demanding adequate political accommodation. There were a plethora of separatist agitations in several parts of Nigeria which occurred in the 1950s and toward the end of 1953. The Yorubas in the West began to make secession threats stemming from the contention over the status of Lagos. However, the first call for secession from the eastern part of Nigeria, which is the interest of this video, came from the then premier of the region, Michael Okpara, who openly threatened to cause a secession of the eastern region from Nigeria as a result of the circumstances surrounding the federal elections of December 1964. But the main secessionist bid from the east that rocked the entire federation came in 1967 when the eastern region, under the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Emeka Odumogu Ojukwu, launched a massive attempt to break away from Nigeria. This was in response to the massacre of the Igbos in the north and aftermath of the counter-coup of July 1966. The wanton killings of the Igbos and the lukewarm response of the central government made the Igbos believe that they were unwanted in the Nigerian Federation. However, this led to a protracted civil war where over 1.8 million civilians of the Igbo extraction lost their lives. But, since the war ended, the feeling of injustice, marginalization, and persecution had persisted among the Igbos. Regrettably, since the demise of the 1967 Civil War, fundamental issues for which the Igbos went to war in the first place have not been addressed. In fact, the situation has worsened, with the Igbos greatly marginalized in all spheres such as politically, socio-economically, technically, and otherwise. These, therefore, have led to resurfaced agitations for the independence of Biafra. The problem of underdevelopment, high level of poverty, inequality in resource sharing, and wealth control in the socio-political composition of the Nigerian state creates tension, instability, insecurity, and countless agitation for restructuring, fairness, justice, and equity. This has dominated the discourse in the Nigerian polity today, prompted for increased participation, involvement, and inclusion of every ethnic nationalities in the Nigerian society for equal sharing, participation, and allocation of the Nigeria's national wealth and resources. Feelings of marginalization and deprivation nursed by people of the southeast region, occasioned by the high spate of poverty in the region, has fueled the called secession for another country, other than Nigeria. The problem is further compounded with the failure of successive governments over years to address the high rate of unemployment, corruption, mismanagement of public funds at the expense of the national interest. The current agitation for Biafra is led by the Igbo masses, who feel disappointed by the failure of their elite to capture federal power. The current agitation for Biafra represents a complete fracture between the Igbo elite and their masses due to the inability of the elites to capture the Nigerian presidency, and suggests that the fact of the matter is that the Igbo elite has a strong empirical basis to read Nigerian political history as one of failure and frustration for them. With this failure of the elite, the Igbo lumpen have seized the initiative of following the path of disintegration. Biafra separatism is a political expression of economic frustrations of young people. These frustrations are, however, perceived by these agitators as resulting from the marginalization of the Southeast in national economic life. Contracting economic opportunities in the region, which has seen a very high level of unemployment even among highly educated young people, account for the proneness of the area to separatist agitations and insecurity. This is deepened by a perception that other parts of the country are unduly privileged by the federal government. It is widely acknowledged that groups are more likely to rebel when they feel disadvantaged among other groups in the society. The Nigeria government should adopt dialogue and other diplomatic means rather than use of force. The government should refrain from further threats of crushing the agitation and free unconditionally the hundreds of protesters currently imprisoned. It should also reassure that regions will be allocated with resources and developed infrastructure equitable. Efforts should be made to include all states in the scheme of things in order to reduce the feeling of marginalization, exclusion, and victimization. The Southeast should position themselves deliberately in the two most influential political parties in Nigeria and stop party segregation in order to possess key positions and catch government control in Nigeria.